Tonight on Real News from the Blaze, the Department of Homeland Security has quietly confirmed some alarming information. We're under attack. Will, fill us in.
We're under attack, and we have been for several months, Amy. Hackers are conducting a cyber attack on our nation's natural gas supply system. Now, that might not cause the kind of rubbernecking that trying to blow up an airplane does, but it can be just as serious. We're going to try to explain that tonight.
Extraordinary. All that and much more on Real News from the Blaze coming up in just 60 minutes.
This is not going to be about politics. This is about principles. We're going to take it upon ourselves to be part of the solution. We are going to restore history, restore our honor, restore his idea that character is what matters. Let us not lose this battle because we sat down. This is the Glenn Beck program.
Welcome to GBTV. I'm Andrew Wilkow, and I want to start by saying thank you to Glenn Beck for trusting me to fill in today. Glenn is back tomorrow, and tonight for me, it's a privilege. Maybe you've seen me on Real News from the Blaze, or you know my radio program. Either way, I think you're going to like the next hour. There's a lot I want to get to. But first, a little breaking news. Obama came out this afternoon with a brand new stance on gay marriage. Let's take a listen.
I have to tell you that over the course of several years, as I talk to friends and family and neighbors, when I think about members of my own staff who are in incredibly committed monogamous relationships, same-sex relationships, who are raising kids together, when I think about those soldiers or airmen or Marines or sailors who are out there fighting on my behalf and yet feel constrained, even now that Don't Ask, Don't Tell is gone, because they're not able to commit themselves in a marriage. At a certain point, I've just concluded that for me personally, it is important for me to go ahead and affirm that I think same-sex couples should be able to get married.
Wow, if Rick Warren were 10 years old, he'd probably want to say, do-over, Jip, cheated. What was that in 2008? Now, I think we can all agree that this year we're going to see progressive campaign propaganda like never before in most of our lifetimes. From Obama's use of the German socialist slogan, forward. I like Volvert. Feels more authentic, more German, more Marxist. As to whether or not Mitt Romney would have given the green light to take out bin Laden, you're going to see a left-wing media give Obama everything they got by not asking tough questions or trying to find anecdotes of success instead of looking at failure, like General Motors, or pretending that we aren't driving full force into socialism. In a minute, I'm going to present to you the Wilkow Guide to Two-Way Media Perception. It's a little thing I cooked up to show how media types, speaking of propaganda, when dealing with two people on different ends of the political spectrum with similar attributes, try to sway the viewer's perception of those people with positive or negative language associated with those same attributes. But first, hope and change. Forward. We see a president whose ideas come more from the Communist Manifesto than the Constitution, who believes that he possesses such intellect that he can make what has been tried and tried again and failed to work this time, who believes that individuals can't have salvation unless there's collective salvation. Newsflash, there's no such thing as collective salvation. And because of that, the individual will always be at the mercy of collectivism. And when we criticize them, we're called racists. What is hope and change really? What, a stimulus package that provided no job growth? None. Zero. The government becoming a silent partner in some people's bedroom activities? A money tree for college tuition? For the creation of green jobs? Maybe it's an open border. If we have no idea how to define hope and change, how do we go forward with it? Forward towards what? The Democrats deny to the bitter end that they're socialists, but we always hear from them that there's a person A, and he or she's entitled to something, and there's a person B who must provide it. That person B's life will always be governed by the actions of person A, and somehow in all of that they believe in equality. They seem to think that to expect people to actually be personally responsible is an act of cruelty? Do they really think crafting a generation of people who aren't expected to do for themselves will produce strong character? The funny thing about progressive Democrats is, for all their talk of fairness, justice, and equality, they never seem to want to participate in any of it. Do they send their own kids to the public schools? Deny themselves luxury? Think they're going to wait on the Obamacare lines with people like you? No? Why? Because socialism is for the people, not the socialists. Now, I'm very excited tonight because, and I asked Glenn this personally, I said, hey, I've got this thing that I want to do, I do on the radio that I've never been able to do with a visual demonstration, and that is my Will Cow Guide to Two-Way Media Perception. This, not that difficult, 4 basic aspects, liberal, conservative. And I've got more than these. Let's start with some of the basic ones you see in politics. Education. If you're a liberal, your academic pedigree speaks for itself. Harvard, Columbia, Obama. No need to ask any questions. Conservative, we want to know what your GPA is. George W. Bush versus John Kerry. Turned out, Bush did better at Yale than John Kerry. Let's see. If you don't have an education and you're a conservative, you're just dumb, uneducated. If you're a liberal, you're an artist or an activist. Faith. This is one of my favorite ones. Obama ran on his faith. He was spiritual. When conservatives talk about their faith, they're fundamentalists, Bible thumpers. Wealth, another good one. John Edwards was the son of a mill worker. His wealth was okay. As a matter of fact, liberals are very okay with their own wealth. They're successful. Now, if you're a conservative like Mitt Romney, you're a cheat. Offshore accounts, shipping jobs overseas, your wealth is bad. Now, if you don't have any wealth, and you're a conservative, you're just poor. They might even call you poor white trash. If you're a liberal, you're a victim of capitalism. Beauty. That's a good one. Oh, beauty. Remember when Nancy Pelosi became Speaker of the House? She had this necklace. All the women wanted the necklace like Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, she was a trendsetter. There she is. Good trendsetter. Michelle Obama had her $500 sneakers. Boy, everybody wanted a pair of those if they were at the soup kitchen. If you're a conservative, you're shallow. I mean, Sarah Palin, remember that? She was a slutty flight attendant. Ann Romney? Oh, what did that shirt cost, Ann Romney? Don't want to know anything about what it cost to get Michelle Obama's sneakers, or at least we just want to know where to get them, not so much how much they cost. And then there's Hillary. Get that one? All right. If you don't have beauty and you're a conservative, you're just ugly. If you're a liberal, you might be au naturel or too intellectual to be concerned with your appearance. If you like the outdoors and you're a conservative, you're a redneck. If you're a liberal, you're earthy. This can go on and on and on, and you're going to be seeing all of this through the campaign. Whatever Democrats are, if Mitt Romney is it, it's bad. And that's the way you're going to be seeing this all through the election. Now, I want to talk to you about something that is actually relevant to your lives. Now is not the time to focus on gay marriage. Our economy is in shambles, and China is the largest foreign holder of our country's debt to the tune of $1.2 trillion. Even though China has been taking aim at the weakening dollar for years, in 2009, the Chinese premier first said he was worried about the safety of his country's American investments. Then last year, the Chinese premier again lashed out, saying the dollar's dominance as a global currency was